Come in, Jackie, man.
You.
Maxine,
Okay.
are you with that?
Stop broadcast.
You stop already?
What is that? Stop broadcast.
No, when you want to stop, you lick that button there. You see me?
Okay. Oh, there.
Well, big up people them in the house. You don't know, it's Mikey Dread with my sister Maxine. We're learning up the things then. We don't know. We were talking about music earlier on, funny enough, and we were talking about where we come from with music and the first records we heard, and don't know some reggae man still, and my sister, she kind of got a little bit of soul in her. You have soul in there, yo?
Yeah, man, plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
I
got a whole heap. I got Calypso.
I got too close to the mic there.
Eh?
I got too close to that mic there,
Yeah, I got.
Mic too much.
I got Calypso.
Fire.
Yeah. Yeah, all kind of different soul inside me. Yeah.
It's kind of like. Do you remember when we were kids and we listened to our first reggae records, which was like the ink is black, the page is white. Together we learn to read. And the tune there. Yeah. And it was like on the Swan label, the black and white. And funny enough, I didn't have that record, but my sister, she had that record and she played it with a needle. Yep. A sewing needle, and she scratched the hell out of it. So by the time I inherited it, it was worth Jack. And we had Max Romeo. We had all the records. We were kind of young and stuff. But as we got to the mid-70s, we got freedom of music because our parents were, they were into their music and they played a little dance every Friday and Saturday. No. The Jamaican, the Caribbeans, they had ways of making extra money because, it had to supplement their wages. So I suppose the early Jamaicans bought music with one thing in mind, to entertain.
But reggae is a gradual progression, isn't it? You know what I mean, Mikey?
From Sam Cooke and stuff?
Yeah. As time went on, music kind of changed, You had rubber dub,
Yeah.
And it was about...
I think we had rubber dub in the mid-60s, which was like rock steady.
Yeah.
With Alton Ellis.
Yeah.
Baba Brooks and...
Yeah.
Baba Boom time is here.
Yeah.
And I suppose those were the first soul music, reggae-wise. Because reggae is a people music, like a folk music.
Yeah, but I remember back in the days, you had that reggae, To.
Yeah.
Say that when she wants, so she said.
Yeah.
Remember that tune?
Yeah, that was
in what
1979. Year? That was Tapazuki.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we had the Barrington Levy Shine Eye Girl the same year, but I suppose I was into my Scientists and my dub because Scientists was a very new artist back then, and all Scientists did was really remix records that were already out. Al Campbell, Johnny Osborne, Oris Andy, the usual stuff. And I didn't really listen to the lyrics. Did you?
Not really. But
you dub head.
I did like a bit of dub, but I did also like Marcia. Yeah, I think she was really good. There's the land, isn't it? The land that I have heard about so far across the sea.
Yeah, I remember when that's a beautiful tune, and thank you for reminding me because I remember that tune coming out in the 1976 on the Skynote label. I had it on a lemony, yellowy looking label. It wasn't mine, obviously. It was my parents' record, but I rented it. I think I might have played it till it was a bit smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a beautiful tune, and thank you for reminding me of that. And we had a load of songs by her. We had the Bunny Wailer version of Dreamland as well, which came out on the put your things in the comments below. Down there, so. But you know what I mean? Yeah, Bunny Wailer made There's a Land That I. But it was a male version, and Bunny Wailer is obviously one of the Wailers, but I wasn't really a Bunny Wailer fan back in the 70s. I was more of a Burning Spear, Culture, Mighty Diamonds. Can you remember any artists from the 70s?
I'm trying to remember.
Boney M.
I do remember Boney M. Yeah,
she's my little sister. And she loved
like
Boney
a
M.
little bit of, you know, pop in between. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oops, upside your head.
I said, oops, upside your head. Yeah.
Back in the days, and remember there was a modern. People were wearing two tones.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you know what I mean? And you had special moves for certain types of songs. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I remember wearing my white trousers, and all of a sudden I heard this someone, yo, bruv, get down on the floor and do the rowing boat. I'm like, I got white trousers on, fam.
Yeah.
I don't feel like rowing in my white trousers, but oops, upside your head. But anyway, I did it. And, you know, it was kind of like a community thing. You know, we were all on the floor doing something stupid. But, you know, I didn't want to get up because where I was sitting down, someone had spilt some drink. Right where I was sitting on, and you know, my white trousers were ruined. So, oops, upside your head. I have a lot of hate
for that particular song
because it ruined my white trousers. That cost me $14.99 from Millets. You know, little small shops that no one's ever heard of.
And do you remember that song, like up off the floor, baby, got a boogie till you just can't boogie.
Man.
And you had certain steps what you had to do to it, you know, flipping your feet backwards and forwards, you know.
Well, that, believe it or not, that was my. Can I bring it back to skating now? Because you know I'm a skater.
Yeah.
And when I first went to skating, they used to play. I mean, skating started for me in 1977 in Wolverhampton. Yeah, me. Wolverhampton, you know. Don't get it twisted. Over here, so it there. So we went there in 1977, and I went with a few friends. And they said to me, look, it's going to be really easy. Here's some skates, put them on. So me me fall over and hit my front teeth. Luckily, I didn't lose them, but it was very, very off-putting. But even through all the injuries I sustained at roller disco back in the 70s, it was the music, the Sister Sledge, the Nile Rodgers type of music, you know? And I wasn't really a funky guy. And all right, fair enough. I did like a bit of I Believe in Miracles, which was like Hot Chocolate in 1975. The tune isn't that so timeless?
Yeah, man.
You think so?
It is.
Remember when I think I used to play it all the time, actually. You know, and there was all these like Fox and all these there's names. I can't remember the song, but I remember the artist because my parents used to buy them by accident, I think. Or maybe they was just, you know, maybe it was just a Good Friday. Just thought, you know what, I'm going to buy anything on a Saturday morning. Funny enough, I didn't start buying music until 1974. And my very first record, believe it or not, was by Horace Andy. And the album was called Oh Mommy. Oh Mommy, Mommy Blue. And some of you watching this would probably remember that record. You know, I went to church. They gave me a voucher, W.H. Smith's. I thought, what am I going to do with this? I can't buy cigarettes. I don't smoke. Can't buy booze. I don't drink. So I thought, let me go to, I'm only like 9 years old. I thought, let me go to W.H. Smith's. And this reggae album by Horace Andy was sitting there. I'm thinking, yeah, man. As a 9-year-old, I had the with and therefore all and the witherall to think, yeah, man, like, I'm going to buy this tune. And I went and bought it home. And there was only one track on the whole album that I liked. And it was called Oh Mommy. Oh. Yeah? Your first tune would have been?
My first tune.
But from Boney
M. I reckon to be honest.
What you really liked in the 70s? What are you thinking?
I'm trying to remember what I really liked.
I know no, because she's my younger sister, and it's funny because she used to do this move to pop music and stuff because we were pop fans, you know, and we had the Boney M's and the Brown Go in the Ring and the, you know, the even Rah Rah Rasputin.
I'm sure Elvis Presley as well.
Yeah. We liked Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley, I liked, you know. Wrote a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. And by the early next morning, he wrote that letter back.
Oh,
he
gosh.
wrote about it. Return. You remember?
Sandra?
Yeah,
Of course.
And you had all the moves to go with it, you and your friends, you know?
I was more depressed
Yeah.
than you. I was listening to the Carpenters,
You know,
David Bowie.
I
You know
just
what I mean?
talked about the Carpenters today as well, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah, I was playing
yeah.
a reggae version of a Carpenters song.
Whoa, Mr. Postman. No?
No. I'm
The
just
first
playing.
was it Sanchez tune? Because Sanchez ripped off all the Carpenters tune. You know Sanchez is a big old pirate. But we
And
love
I
him,
said
innit?
to Ashante, who's singing this song? And she didn't know, so I'm going to give you a clue.
Right.
C-A-R. But she couldn't work it out because they weren't in her time, you know?
Yeah.
But the Carpenters were one
Oh,
brilliant.
Karen Carpenter was a
And the
colossal.
and the Bee Gees.
Well, I don't know, you know.
I think the Bee Gees were wonderful, man. The Bee Gees, you know? And the stylistics.
For real, for real.
Motown, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, the Motowns, the Heat Wave, the Manhattans.
Yeah.
You know, these were the bands. Because, you know, I didn't realize that there was so much soul music that wasn't being played in my house, because my house was strictly reggae as far as I was concerned. And it was only because I was fascinated with the genre and the bass. The soul music to me was like, it had nothing, it didn't relate to me as to the fact that it came from Jamaica. It didn't come from Jamaica, but it found itself in Jamaica. More people back in the 70s listened to soul than actually listened to reggae. You have to remember, roots music, Rasta music, foundation music, folk music was frowned upon because it wasn't upmarket music, you know?
Like mainstream.
It was never mainstream music. Bob Marley was nothing. They looked at him like a tramp. Dirty Rasta boy, smoked too much weed. Hey, boy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, why is Bob Marley's picture in the tourism office now if he was being treated so bad just 40 years ago? You know? So it just goes to show you how times have changed. All right?
And sometimes they only value people when they've lost them. When they're alive, they don't really value them. They don't see the significance of them. But when they go, that's when they start realizing they had a prize, you know?
Sure.
How special, gifted, and talented he was, you know?
It was when, I think it was when Peter Tosh got shot up or whatever. You know what I mean? When Bob Marley got the first shooting, Bob Marley used to play football on Battersea Park.
Wow.
It's funny. Yeah.
Serious?
Battersea Park, Peckham Rye. No, I tell you what, where it was all the time, Kennington, Rasta House, Agnes Place.
Wow.
In Kennington. It was
Serious?
always around there.
Bob?
On a Sunday, yeah. Bob Marley. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Driving BMW, come, man. But me and him not like drive nobody. So
he likes to be on his
yeah.
I never thought Bob Marley ever went there.
Bob Marley was there for 3 years, I think, or something. The elders will tell you that, we don't know, but the ones them know. I know I got talk because I was only a young youth, but me know same was here because them said he was a really good footballer. He don't like give away the ball neither.
He likes to keep it.
He likes to keep the ball, yeah. But it's useful, you know. And
yeah, man.
I mean, come on, and you know, and the fact that he was in Africa when they after he'd just been shot and he heard more gunshots, and the man never run, and he picked up, I think it was Ziggy, the baby, and said, "Me nah run," and oh, this Pitney, you know, or when he was hearing the gunshots, the man said, and rain was tearing down. And he said he ain't running. That's why some people that come up nowadays talking about there's some big superstar and them are the hype and them are the big thing. No, man. You want to look back at what Bob Marley did. I know he was like brave and everything, but you want to watch what that man did. He didn't run. He didn't run. He wasn't scared of no man. And, you know, reggae music, that's what reggae is all about. It's a movement. It's a foundation. You understand?
Definitely.
It's a folk story that needs to be told. If a story is never told, then someone's gonna want to always tell it until it's fully understood. And you will never get people trying to tell you that Rasta is the way, Jah is the way, Roots is the way, reggae is the way. I'm always reggae for that reason, because I still believe there's a lot of stories in reggae that needs to be told. And you know, it was suppressed so much in the olden days. You know, it wasn't always told. You know what I mean? So even with my vast collection of 20 records, I'm still waiting for someone in this day and age to come out with their little with their take on reggae music, because I never really heard any in the last 10 years. I haven't really heard nothing in the last 10 years. I think Gappy Ranks, and while I'm talking about Gappy Ranks, I'd like to say speedy recovery, Gappy Ranks. I heard you going through some shit. Right. Oh, sorry about that language, but I've heard you going through some stuff. Get well soon. And yeah, man. So I would say Dennis Brown, Freddie McGregor, Sugar Minor. You know what I mean? Coming from the 80s, we got Eka Mouse, we got Liquid John. What? We got bare artists, Johnny Osbourne.
Definitely.
You know? So yeah, there's a lot. Can I just say to you, can I ask you a question about our dancing when we started partying? It's about in the 80s, isn't it? 70s.
Yeah, man.
Do you mind if I give it all away then?
Go on then.
Because we used to have these people come around my yard, take liberties, right? Set up their big old speaker box in the kitchen or something. And it was only a couple of times, maybe twice a year or so, but I'm telling you, the bass. There was a guy called Buster. We lived in the West Midlands. I'm not going to give away the location, but it's in the West Midlands. And, you know, a guy came and set up his music, and the drink was flowing, and all my mum and dad's workmates, they're all around there. What a fantastic night. You know, you're a child, but what was we, about 6 or 7 or 8?
Yeah.
You're young, innit? You're about 8, you're about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could hear the music thumping, and we can't sleep. Especially if it's a Saturday or a Friday night. You know? And these vibes are replicated all over the West Midlands. You know, that's why I do believe that if you have a sound system, or you're a singer or an aspiring singer and you want to make it in life, don't let the London people judge you. Go to the Midlands. You'll get much more love and respect because they haven't forgotten. And every singer in Britain says that, you know. They say, yeah, we got a Birmingham man and we get beer love.
Absolutely. And so I get some, I think in Birmingham, I think as well, like London, I don't mean to be critical, but I find you can get some, easier to get good music. I think they pay more attention to the music down up north, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Then down here,
it's almost part of them.
Yeah, it's quantity. They'll give you a lot down here. But, you know, not saying everyone, but I find when I go to the Midlands, it's more quality. The music seems like it's selected. You know, they've taken time to select the music a lot more careful, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't hear the song down here. You know, there's a guy, he sang a gospel song called Glory to God.
Well, yeah, we can't have it by him, you know.
Yeah.
But it's all good to you, though.
Yeah, because someone was keeping a dance and it was a part of the advertisement and I heard it in the background. And that's how I became aware of the song. So sometimes when I got all the way, leave the city and go out to the country, is when I hear something I've never heard before. I say, wow.
And it coming like, it's like something you've heard before, but you never heard it.
That's it.
It's just like, and it's not like, oh, every reggae record sounds the same. Because remember them days when we were younger, people say, oh, I mean, I like it, and okay, it's on the same. Do you know what? If you listen to techno, head back, head hurt me. And all this banging head music and drum and bass, I love drum and bass, don't get me wrong. But if you listen to certain types of music, that's repetitive.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
But how can you say reggae is repetitive when the singers are different? Sometimes you might have a little keyboard in there. All right, the bass line might be the same. Think about reggaeton from Brazil and Argentina or wherever they play it. And it's the same Murder, She Wrote rhythm. I'm thinking, do you really know how repetitive that sounds? So when they used to say to me, reggae, all reggae sounds the same.
Not to me.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, not to me. Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. All that dropping, reggae sound the same. I'm like, boy, man, try to mash up reggae music. So, and I've noticed now that reggae is taking a decline because these youngsters, you know, they're quick and fast music. Then they put the internet.
Different. Every generation don't come with different kind of music, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, every generation. It's just like my parents probably didn't like our music at one point, you know? You know, I do like some of the younger generation, but there's just something a little bit different, you know, and I can't really identify with it, you know, but I still don't want to judge it, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's a lot of young people like it. That's their type of music, you know?
Didn't you find that it was almost like for them secret record, your secret, you know, they had these Christian records they used to play on Sunday, I think, in Jesus.
Yeah.
No, me God knows. But you know, Jim Reeves, God is a Mountain. And you know, it was like when I used to hear those records, it made me want to stay in bed even longer. So I get sleepy. But I know all about sleepings because my mom used to play Jim Reeves.
It's the gospel, yeah?
Yeah. The Lord is my shadow and my protector. Something like that. So me know what? I don't want to get up out of my bed and brush my teeth and put on my clothes or nothing. I want to stay in bed and put my fingers in my ears, basically.
Yeah.
Because when you hear secret tunes, that means that. What it mean? If you could draw off your broom, if you go wash some plate, if you get your school clothes together, you have to do some work. You feel me?
What day was that?
Sunday morning. Oh.
I thought Saturday was a nightmare. Saturday was a nightmare.
You got it both days, Jack.
Saturday was a nightmare, man. You know what I mean?
Oh my days.
Saturday was my day, man. My nightmare day.
Yeah. Well, we now got to talk about your nightmare, because your nightmare is like, yo, man, I have a worse nightmare than you. Remember, sister, we had to deal with that talk to now, you see me? I was very, very young raver, and I tell people that, you know, our raving days at the age of 11 was very, very hard, you know. I don't want to go too deep into how I got out the house to go raving.
To go to the local disco.
But my sister, I went roller disco when I was 12.
We used to go to the local disco.
Yeah.
But we did have some fun in our childhood, didn't it?
Oh, we did, man. I mean, I remember leaving the big old two pillars. Did I have two pillars on my bed?
Yeah.
I was lucky. I had two pillars, so it looked like there was a whole human being sleeping in the bed when it was really empty. I just put a blanket over the two pillars and a pair of socks at the end.
Sometimes the two of us are sneaking in at the same time, innit? Bump into each other.
Remember? We got away with that for donkeys. But it's not nice. I'm gonna tell you something. It's not nice when your brethren, your friend, your parent P, your core P, your cuz, when they get caught in a dance, your mother come. Your father coming. You're in the party with your friggin' father's shirt
acting all grown up.
Or your mum's skirt on, acting all grown up. Yeah. And you're getting a beating in front of all of your friends. I told you not to leave the house. What are you doing here? Smack, 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 woof, 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 smack.
Yeah. Okay.
Just put the heat in.
She says she's a bit warm. I'm going to turn off the heat. Give me a second.
Yeah, man. We're live. You know what's that? Well, you don't know that you're in charge of a man like Mikey Dread. You know, the building. I'm talking about the music. I can talk about Student, Lovers Rock, all kind of something. You see me? So we're going to deal with the something. You understand? They're on your case. Love reggae music, yeah, man. They are with my sisters still. You see me? Talk about the things, them. Yeah, man. Shell, the music, yeah. So, you see, my favorite artist, oh my days, yeah, of all time, Dennis Brown. Luciano.
Can I say mine? Well, I liked Frankie Paul.
Yeah.
And Luciano.
Which Frankie Paul tried to copy when he first started.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luciano. And
no, Luciano come before Frankie Paul.
Definitely.
No, Luciano come way after Frankie Paul. Luciano 1991.
Definitely Freddie McGregor.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Those are my favorite reggae artists.
Jogging on the sands in a Babylon land. And yeah, Freddie McGregor was fantastic. His voice was so smooth. John Hope, come on, John Hope, man.
1 and 2.
When I saw you standing there.
No, he didn't have that style what caught me, you know? Yeah.
Yes.
And in terms of R&B, it would be Luther.
Was he like your mum's music?
Hmm?
Was John Hope like your mum's music?
Yeah, there's something a bit too. His voice was not. You know, everyone's got a voice. What draws you? You know.
We're like cheese.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man.
Yeah.
Where you see
But to me, those were my favorite reggae.
I was more raggo than
McGregor, Sanchez. Yeah.
Me never like
Peter
Sanchez.
Onningale. Oh my God.
In the early days, me like Peter Onningale.
Back in the days.
Him always coming and thing them.
Sandra Cross back in the days.
Yeah, man, standard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Peter Onningale and the younger generation, them, me say, for we age group. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, we had what is it? We had oh God, the English with them. I know the deep like Daddy Freddie. We coming from them days there, but they were Jamaicans that they got deported or something. And they wouldn't bugger off back to Jamaica. Yeah. So Daddy Freddie was over here, and he basically became one of my favorite DJs because I saw him on the record breakers doing the doing one of them things, really the fastest DJ in the world thing. So I always looked out for him. Maxi Priest from the Saxon Sound. Tipper Ari, I don't know. Tipper Ari was alright. Him one. Saying, but me like the ragga one, the rougher you is, the better. So my dancehall era would be from 1978 to 1987, I think. And after that, it
was
crap.
That when it was called things were called Lovers Rock.
Proper Lovers Rock, yeah, man.
Yeah, back in the days. You had Lovers Rock.
Yeah, you said Sandra Cross, Carol Thompson.
Yeah,
man. Donna Roden.
That's
Maria Whittaker.
Yeah.
And all these tunes. I mean, so, yeah, man. And, you know, they had real beautiful voices, I should say. I just put the mic down. I didn't hear myself. But, yeah, they had really beautiful voices. I think we should make this part one of the interview. We should talk about the going out side of things in part two. What do you think?
Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt, yeah.
All right, people. Yeah. It's just a simple testing of this video. We're just talking it out, see how this mic works, see how the video works. Tell me what you think. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Subscribe to my sister's thing. You don't know how it got. And me not the money, you know. So you want to send me some £10? I dropped my mic. Yeah, man. Lick a testing thing. Lick the button, yeah, sister. All right. One love.